Hello and welcome to another episode of Stephen A. Hart. Happy Monday to you. Today's episode is proudly supported by Brand New Academy. In a post-COVID world, whether you are a corporate professional, a leader, or an entrepreneur, you've got someone who is Googling you, and the results they find will essentially determine whether you land a new job, a much needed promotion, a new partnership, or a new client. So if you're needing help with building or optimizing your online presence, consider joining our spring cohort of our personal branding bootcamp. We are doing a full day intensive on Saturday, March 20th. And you're going to learn our 6-step formula to building an amazing 6-figure personal brand with 100% confidence and clarity. And you'll be able to say goodbye to all the frustration, the stress, the overwhelm, and all the technical challenges that come with trying to figure out your personal brand. To learn more, go ahead and visit stephenahart.com/bootcamp. Again, that's stephenahart.com/bootcamp. So I am so very excited that today is March 1st. We are celebrating the beginning of Women's History Month, and every March is designated as Women's History Month. Celebrating and really honoring the whole idea behind Women's History Month is to honor women's contributions in American history. I was doing some research this weekend, actually, and looking at the National Women's History Museum. You can learn more about them over at womenshistory.org. Again, that's womenshistory.org. And good morning. Good morning to some of the folks joining us over on LinkedIn. Good morning, Stacy. Good morning, Annette. Appreciate you here with us. Sorry about the slightly late start to this morning, but yeah, again, I was looking at the website for the National Women's History Museum, and Women's History Month actually started as Women's History Week. There's a task force called the Education Task Force of Sonoma County in California who planned and executed Women's History Week, a celebration back in 1978. And the organizers selected the week of March 8th to correspond with International Women's Day. And it spread across the country. And in 1980, a consortium of women's groups and historians led by the National Women's History Project, now identified as the National Women's History Alliance, lobbied for national recognition. And so in February of 1980, President Carter issued the first presidential proclamation declaring the week of March 8th as National Women's History Week. Subsequent presidents continued to make that same proclamation until 1987, when Congress passed law designating March as Women's History Month. And so between 88 and 94, Congress continued to pass additional resolutions requesting and authorizing the president to proclaim March of each year as Women's History Month. And since 1995, each president has issued an annual proclamation designating the month of March as Women's History Month. And so each year, the National Women's History Alliance, they select and publish the yearly theme. And the theme for 2021 captures the spirit of these challenging times that we are in right now. And since many of the women's suffrage centennial celebrations originally scheduled for 2020 were curtailed, they're extending the annual theme for 2021 to Valiant Women of the Vote, refused to be silenced. I just love this piece that I was reading, and we're stepping out of the end of Black History Month into Women's History Month. I've been a podcaster now for 5 years, and just about every year on the podcast, excluding last year when I was silent in my own silent season, I've always tried to lift up present day Black women who are doing amazing things and creating history for women. And I will continue to be working towards that this month, and throughout the month, we'll be having those conversations and giving special recognition, special big ups to the women out there who are blazing their trail. So let me ask you, to as you watch this, whether live or in a replay, who are some of those women that you want to lift up, that you want to bring recognition to, both past and present, throughout the course of the day and right now and throughout the life of this video, this live stream? I want you to go ahead and drop some women who we should know about in the comments below. And if it's somebody who's present day, tag them up. Let others know about them. So go ahead. Let me know how you're planning to celebrate Women's History Month, and who you want to give attention to, who you love and respect and have great admiration for. Let's go ahead and big them up. I encourage you to go out and have a fantastic week. I'm interested in knowing what you are working on this week. Send me a DM. Communicate with me and let me know. Wish you guys a great week. Cheers.